Hey Flower Tribe, it's Kelly Lehman coming to you from behind the camera today, and I wanted to show you what my hydrangea cuttings looked like. It's November. It's actually like November, I think the 13th, and we've had a really super warm fall, and I showed you guys a while ago how I cut some of my tips from some of my hydrangea. I made sure that they were from branches that didn't have flowers, and what I did was I trimmed them above a set of fresh leaves. So they used to be like leaves down here, and then I dipped them in like a little bit of powder, like rooting powder. Do you guys see Lucy back here? She's always like a huge fun distraction for me, so I just have to show you what she's like underneath this burning bush looking for all the bird seed that I leave for the birds, because there's tons of birds. They love burning bush, so I always feed them underneath this plant. But anyway, back to this. So I had cut this cutting a few weeks ago, probably about at least like 8 weeks ago, I think. And I trimmed it right above a set of fresh leaves, and I dipped it in some rooting hormone. And then I put it in some vermiculite. This is vermiculite over here. And I also have some perlite over here. So I put some of those clippings, in the perlite. I put some of those clippings in the vermiculite. I made sure that there was drainage, in this container. And I made sure that I watered everything. I made sure that these were really, really damp when I put them in. And here we go. 8 weeks later, I've got loads and loads of gorgeous roots. And there's tons of these. I actually planted about, like 10 of these in my garden just yesterday. Now I'm still planting these out because I still have at least 6 weeks before the ground's going to freeze here in my planting zone 6 New Jersey garden, because we had the super mild fall. So that's amazing, because if you're going to put in some of these, these plants that you've rooted, some people like to protect them and leave them in pots, kind of winter them over, in like a safer environment. I'm just going to put them in the ground to see what happens. It's the first year I'm really doing like a major propagation. So I'm trying to get, at least maybe 20 or 30 more hydrangeas from these cuttings that I already did. And so this is what another cutting looks like. I hope it works. I'm putting them in my garden where they're very much protected. Hey, Z. You rooted them, but the leaves died. Oh, I know. This is what happened to me, too. So I actually have tried this experiment with at least, 50 plants already, and my first 30 died. Same thing happened to me as what happened to Z. She just commented, thank you for that, Z. The leaves just died out. It just didn't work. And I just kept trying, and this seems to be the key. This batch just seemed to do really, really well. So I'm going to wind up putting them in a protected area in my garden. It doesn't get too much wind. It's protected by a load of other plants, and I'm hoping that they're going to do really well. I'm hoping that they're going to survive and come back super strong in the spring. So we're going to have temperatures in the 60s this week, which is so crazy for us for November. So I'm holding off a little bit more just to get just their baby some more so that these roots get a little bit stronger. And then, like I said, they're going to have at least 6 weeks to kind of get established in my garden before that hard, winter freeze comes and really just freezes the ground. And when I do that, I'm going to wind up choosing a day like today. Now, today's like a super cloudy, cool day outside, so it's a great time to put those plants in the ground, or any of your fall plants in the ground, when it's not super sunny and super dry. The conditions are perfect right now because the soil's nice and moist and damp and easy to dig in. So this is like an ideal day to do your fall planting. And if you've got just like regular hydrangeas that you're getting on sale at the local either Home Depots or Lowe's or your local garden centers, now's a great time to scoop up amazing sales on them, because they want to get rid of all their inventory. They want to start moving in all that Christmas stuff this time of year. So guys, take advantage of these sales right now. And as long as, the plants are going to look beat up, they're not going to have beautiful flowers on them. A lot of the leaves are probably going to have some spots on them. And that's okay, because at this point, the plant's going dormant and it's supposed to look really crummy. So unless there is a ton of black on the leaves, like I said, some brown spotting is fine. I'm going to try to walk you over to what my hydrangeas look like over here. I hope I don't lose the connection. I'm going to walk slow, because when I walk too fast, sometimes I'll lose the connection. But I'm going to show you what some of mine look like, and and you can see that it's not too bad. So Rosie, yours are in bloom right now. Oh wow, and it's a mop head. Where are you from, Rosie? Guys, I love when you check in with me. I love when you say hi. It's so fun to see where you're from around the. Oh, I think I got you back now. Sorry about that. Sometimes I have a buffering issue when I move around too fast. So I'm going to try to get you over to this part of the house here. to show you some of my endless summer. But thank you guys for checking in. I love that. And thank you for letting me know what's coming up in your gardens. And please join us over on my Kelly Lehman's Flower Tribe Facebook group, because there's so many gardeners from all over the world, and you guys are asking and answering amazing questions over there. So this is what my tall grasses look like at this time of year. I've shown you on some of the past videos. We actually cut this plant back a lot because it was right on top of this, like, I think this is one of my electric boxes, but this is what it looks like now. And now it got totally floppy, so I need to do a cleanup over here. But I just love tall grasses. I think they're so romantic. I love all the orange leaves back here. I am like a huge fan of fall. I think I'm starting to like fall even more than spring right now, but this is what my hydrangeas look like. So if you're at like one of the local garden centers and some of the hydrangeas that are on sale look like this, it's okay to buy them, because this is just what a hydrangea plant, this is one of my endless summers, this is what it looks like as it's going dormant. And so it's going to lose most of these leaves, and so you can definitely pop it in the ground. Sandy, you have a mop head, which is about to flower. Is it too late to propagate? I have to tell you, Sandy, I am like experimenting like a madwoman with my hydrangeas. So I'm doing, I read that, you might have better results using the ones that didn't have a flower. But I have to tell you, I think that that's their nature to kind of, self-propagate. And so if you only have branches that have flowers on them, that's okay. Snip off the actual flower and make sure that you leave some, I have a few Hydrangea Propagation video showing you like how to. So here was what I would do, Sandy, if I were you. I would cut off, like the flower head. Probably if this was your plant, I would cut off this guy right here. I would leave the next few sets of leaves in place, and then I would cut it right above a fresh set of leaves over here. But you know what? Let me take that back. I'm telling you like my layering technique. That's if you do it on the ground, because there's all different techniques. So if you were going to layer the stem, that's what I would do. If you're going to do a cutting like I just showed you, you would come over here. Let me come over a little bit further here. This guy already has, so I would cut off like the flower head. Say the flower head was here. I would just snip it off, and then I would give it a clip probably right above here, because you can see there's like a fresh set of leaves. So I would give it a snip here, dip it in some of that rooting powder, and then put it in the dampened vermiculite or the perlite. Yeah, so if there was a flower head here, just snip it off. And I don't know, give it a try, why not? And then you could try it with a couple stems that are, like this guy didn't have a bloom. So I think from what I've read online, I think you have a better shot at that rooting, maybe a little bit faster, a little bit better if you choose the ones that didn't bloom. But if you've only had ones that have blooms like this, try it out. And just make sure that you have enough time to let it get roots. And if not, then the roots will come if you just kind of keep it like in a greenhouse or like a protected sunroom of where you live, or like outside. Oh, there goes Shell. See you later. So yes, so that's the story with the hydrangeas. And once again, I know a lot of you have asked me about, the hydrangeas not looking so great this time of year, or do I have, all these issues on it? This is what mine look like right now. This is that beautiful blue hydrangea hedge that I show you guys a lot. And, it looks really crummy, and that's okay because it's dormant. So it's supposed to look really crummy. And I'm not even going to trim this guy back. So I'm just going to leave this alone. A lot of you have asked me if I prune back this hydrangea. Since it's an endless summer, I'm not going to. I might just give it a little bit of a deadhead, but a lot of times I get really lazy this time of year, and I want to deadhead it, but I don't. And so I'm also going to leave a lot of these in place because it's protecting some of these new buds that are coming in down here. So basically my backyard right now, this is the cleanup. Like I'm probably not going to do much more back here. Like we trim back some of the grasses and that's it. So this is what it looks like. This is what it's going to stay like until spring. And but I am going to wind up getting rid of that one batch of grasses over there. So I guess that's about it, guys. I wanted to just to remind you that I have my online flower courses. They're live. You can find those in descriptions below in case you're looking for like a great gift for the gardeners in your life. And I'm going to keep giving you guys more of these, quick tips. And I also have a whole bunch of dahlia tips coming out. So yeah. Hey, Hugh. Oh, nice check. Thanks for checking in. Oh, thanks. Thanks. You like the fall garden. Guys, let me know some other topics that you're interested in because I'm going to be doing a lot on dahlias. I'm going to show you how to divide your dahlia tubers. I was just out in that field over there. You could see by my pickup truck. And what I did today was I cut back a load of my dahlia my dahlia flowers, just because we had a hard frost. So I trimmed back the leaves, I cut off the flowers that were all like blackened. And since we're going to have a lot of extra warm temperatures for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to wait and then I'm going to dig them up, because I keep reading on all these garden channels that if you can hold off, like after that first initial hard frost that kind of makes them look crummy, if you can leave them in the ground until it freezes, it could be a good thing, because I think it helps just get the plant ready to kind of be stored a little bit easier. And yeah, so that's about it. I just saw that I missed 2 of your questions. Sorry guys about that. If you could pop, I don't think there's a way to like cut and paste or like redo them, but let me know if you have any quick questions. I'll try to answer them. And I was away in London with Sheldon, so I had like a super quick live video that I gave you Wednesday on rose care, like super fast. We were actually at like Kensington Palace as I gave you that. So anyway, I hope that the fall flower garden care tip was helpful. And let me take a look what else you guys have going on. We still need, I need to hear from one of our Pro Plugger winners. So check out, like 2 weeks ago, we did a live and we announced our winners. And there was a gentleman that won one of our Pro Pluggers, but I haven't heard from him. So guys, check that out 2 videos ago. And let's see, Hugh, have you heard about a new hydrangea called Fairy Trail Bride? I have not. So what? What is this hydrangea? First of all, what color is it? I'm always really interested in like what color they are. And then next thing I want to know is like, is it a mop head, or, does it come in on like the older new growth? Tell me about it. It's a new variety. It's a Cascade. Oh, wow. White. Nice. I have to look that up. Love that. I love learning from you guys. You guys are like this huge wealth of knowledge. So fun. So fun. All right, guys. So I will see you Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. And if I come up, with another quick video along the lines, hopefully I'll see you even before then. And please say hi to me over on our Instagram, our Cranbury Fields Instagram page. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.